Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, students, and all participants of NUNI International Seminar Series number 6, Transforming Tomorrow, Harnessing the Power of Youth for UN SDGs Session 4 with Universitas Kristen Maranatha. I am Rido Fadila from Maranatha Christian University, will be your MC for today. Okay, so how are you today? I hope everyone is doing well and ready to listen our session, which we will discuss about fair trade, a way to harness the power of youth for UN SDGs. Our NUNI International Seminar Series will be held for 2 days, so we kindly invite you to join all sessions of this seminar. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to read the housekeeping rules for our webinar today. Okay, so the first one, please make sure your Zoom audio is mute. And please change your Zoom display name with the format as follows: institution_student or lecturer ID or public_full name. And then this Q&A session will be held after the speaker's presentation. Please put your question in the chat box, or you may raise your hand using the special button or feature and speak after permitted by moderator. All participants must complete the exit ticket to get e-certificate, and the link will be shared at the end of the session. And the entire session will be recorded for documentation purpose. Okay, so now I would like to do the documentations that will be guided by me, and please for all participants to open your camera and using the virtual background so we can take the documentations. Okay, so if your camera doesn't have any issues, please turn it on so we can make a documentation together. Okay, so in my screen there's 11 pages, and I will start from page 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, next. For the second page, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, next page, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is the last page, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now I would like to invite Engineer Dave Mangindaan, PhD, MRSC, AMI-SHAM, IPM, ASEAN Engineering, to greet all participants in this webinar. How are you, Dr. Dave? Okay, yeah. Hello, Dr. Dave. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so next, please allow me first to read Dr. Dave CV. So, Dr. Dave is faculty member of Faculty of Engineering of Venus, and he is an academic content coordinator or associate manager at Department of Professional Engineering from December 2019 until now. He takes his bachelor degree of chemical engineering at Institut Teknologi Bandung, Indonesia in 2005 and PhD degree of chemical engineering at National Taiwan University of Science Technology, Taiwan in 2011. And then he continues his professional engineer program at Bina Nusantara University, Indonesia in 2018. His research of interest, which are membrane science and technology, polymer physics and formulation, food processing and engineering, bioprocess engineering, plasma technology, biomaterials, psychochemical modeling, statistics, water waste and environmental engineering, and biostatistic response surveys methodology. Dr. Dave also makes some journal and issues several journal with Scopus Index publication and received multiple grants which were from Kemdikbud, Badan Riset dan Inovasi Nasional, and so on. And then there's some awards that Dr. Dave received was Best Teaching Award Bina Nusantara University 2020, Outstanding Reviewer Award Elsevier 2019 and 2020, $2,000 US dollar Early Career Chemist Travel Award, Pacifism 2015, and another multiple received rewards. Okay, so without any further delay, please welcome to our moderator, Dr. Dave. The screen is yours.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for this opportunity for me to moderate the session by Professor Tomoatsu Hariyanto from Hakusei Gakuen University. It's a pleasure for us from the NUNI National University Network Initiative. Entitled Fair Trade, a way to harness the power of youth for United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And yeah, without further ado, I would like to invite Prof. Hariyanto to deliver the speech. Thank you very much. And yeah, I will moderate your session. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for your kind introduction, Dr. Dave.
Yes.
This is Tomoatsu Hariyanto speaking from Sapporo, Japan. And I am very much honored, and it is a great pleasure for me to speak in the NUNI International Seminar.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So may I start my presentation?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Well, today's theme, transforming tomorrow, harnessing the power we use for UN SDGs, is very much inspired by this theme. And it reminded me of the youth activity in the city of Sapporo last several years in making our city a fair trade town and 2 universities, fair trade universities. So today I'd like to talk about fair trade as a way to harness the power of youth for UN SDGs, introducing experiences from Sapporo, Japan. Let me share my PowerPoint material. Well, today my PC is not working so well, so slideshow function is not working well. So it takes some time to change the slide, but please forgive me. Encounter of mine with fair trade was in 1991. Well, from 1991 to 1996, when I met producers of traditional embroidery called Naqshbandi in Bangladesh. Immediately, I was affected with its beauty and started to introduce fine handicraft goods through fair trade to Sapporo, Japan. In 2005, I started organization Hokusei Fair Trade with students to introduce handicrafts in Asia to Japan. Since 2006, Hokusei Fair Trade has been taking part in Fair Trade Fest in Sapporo. This is the biggest festival of fair trade hold every year. And Hokusei Fair Trade also joined in the Fair Trade Town movement. As a result of this movement, which involved many people for over 10 years, Sapporo was accredited as 5th Fair Trade Town in Japan in 2019. And inspired by this achievement, Hokusei Gakuen University, along with Sapporo Gakuen University, these two universities were accredited as second Fair Trade University in Japan on 12 October 2019. This is the outline of my presentation today. First, I'll talk about what fair trade is and explain the common values shared by fair trade and SDGs. Then I will explain fair trade town movement, where youth have played an important part. Then I talk about fair trade university movement and in concluding part of my presentation, I wish to present an idea for youth to look to the future of local and global society and start building sustainable world through fair trade. The International Fair Trade Charter describes fair trade as follows. Fair trade is based on modes of production and trading that put people and planet before financial profit. This is very important. Let us be aware that fair trade put people and planet first before profit. Also, fair trade connects producers and consumers through greater transparency of supply chains. In this way, it enables communities at both ends of supply chains, producers and consumers, to address social, economic, and environmental challenges. Fair trade is a mode of trade. In other words, it is a kind of business, but it has a special business style, which connects producers and consumers with unique characters, such as setting fair or appropriate purchase price for producers, contributing to community development, and keeping low impact to the environment in production and transport. Today, it is estimated that the kinds of fair trade goods reach over 4,000, including a variety of goods from popular coffee, tea, to handicraft goods. There are two certification systems of Worldwide Network of Fair Trade International and World Fair Trade Organization, and also other non-label fair trade goods are also vital in fair trade. Fair trade can contribute to all 17 goals of SDGs, especially Goal 12, responsible and sustainable consumption and production, and Goal 17, partnership for goals, with its implications of community development. Now, I'd like to introduce how fair trade works in producers' community from a video of Aceh, Indonesia. I now stop this PowerPoint slide once and change the shared screen to YouTube video. If you cannot hear the sound, please raise your hand and call my attention, please. Now let us start the video.
Their concerns muffled, their voices restricted, their conscience neglected. But the women of Gayo refused to be sidelined. In the land of stage in coffee farming aspires to be a success has since been explored, which has played a significant role.
Suami saya pun sangat mendukung pekerjaan saya. Dan peningkatan ekonomi itu istilahnya naik 2 kali lipat gitu. Saya mengerjakan profesi saya, suami juga saya mendukung, sama-sama mendukung gitu.
The all-female cooperative, aiming to leverage and empower women coffee farmers of Gayo, currently hosts 550 members that manage over 342 hectares of land. In 2015, Cocoa Gayo became a certified producer of fair trade, allowing them to make use of fair trade premium. As a leader in the global movement to make trade fair trade helps local producers achieve a sustainable trade relationship.
Jadi dibuat happy aja bahwa petani itu ada sangat membahagiakan.
In addition to the payment for their products, the fair trade producer organizations also receive fair trade premium as an additional amount, which goes into a communal fund for farmers and workers to use as they see fit to improve their social, economic, and environmental conditions.
Harapan kami kopi Gayo yang berlabel fair trade bisa terjual lebih banyak lagi agar bisa meningkatkan kesejahteraan petani perempuan di Gayo.
With the support of Fair Trade Premium, Cocoa Gayo has created some innovative programs that are sourced from the farmers' aspiration. UNITA was among 25 farmers receiving training financed by Fair Trade Premium in 2019 and 2020. Not only do they earn an additional income, they also help preserve traditional Gayo handcrafts.
Dari Fair Trade, saya tidak hanya menjadi petani, tetapi skill saya bertambah. Apalagi saat adanya pelatihan menjahit. Jadi saat kami tidak panen kopi, saya bisa menerima jahitan dan menambah penghasilan. Dan sekarang saya sudah mempunyai mesin jahit sendiri.
Ambulance is another support from Fair Trade Premium for Cocoa Gayo to facilitate medical needs or to take the bodies to the cemetery far away from the village.
Aku sangat terima kasih sekali adanya bantuan ambulan dari koperasi dan Fairtrade. Biasanya orang meninggal itu dibawa ke kuburan, dipikul. Adanya itu suami saya dimasukkan ambulan, diantar sama ambulan ke kuburan.
To keep farmers from using herbicides, counter machines were provided by Fair Trade Premium for about 360 cooperative members in 2017.
Kami sangat bersyukur Bu sebagai petani telah mendapatkan bantuan mesin babat. Karena apa? Dulu kami sebelum ada bantuan mesin babat ini, kami yaitu mengurus tanaman kopi itu menyangkol Bu. Jadi menyangkol itu sangat membutuhkan tenaga yang ekstra.
When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, the coffee trade dropped significantly, causing the farmers to lose 75% of their income. But the Fair Trade Premium enabled Cocoa Gayo to provide aid for its members.
Kita mempunyai perencanaan, salah satunya itu untuk lingkungan, itu 25%, dan untuk kesejahteraan petani itu 20%. Dari semuanya ini, dari semua pengajuan dari delegasi, kita berusaha bijak untuk menentukan mana yang memang betul-betul dibutuhkan oleh petani, dan pelatihan apa yang memang sesuai sama mereka, itu untuk mendukung perekonomian mereka supaya petani Cocoa Gayo lebih maju.
The Fair Trade Premium investment has also seen sustainable environmental training that leaves the farmers better prepared for the impact of climate change.
Di sini lahan petani banyak yang miring. Untuk menanggulangi erosi, kita sering menanam pohon, dan itu juga menjadi program lingkungan yang 25% dari Premium Fair Trade.
Cocoa Gayo is not a mere cooperative, but it fights for gender equality and provides women with better skills and livelihood. Thanks to these women's persistence and hard work, the Gayo coffee has become one of the sought-after organic coffee in the world.
Harapannya untuk Fair Trade, karena kami berbicara di depan itu kurang lancar, jadi kami butuh pelatihan public speaking untuk bisa komunikasi dengan buyer, agar penjualan kami lebih meningkat untuk kedepannya.
This is the end of the video. I hope everyone could see and hear the sound. Well, let me return to the PowerPoint. In this video, what the coffee producers you just see joined Fair Trade through the certification system of Fair Trade International. But in Indonesia, there is another umbrella organization of WFTO, World Fair Trade Organization, called Forum Fair Trade Indonesia, FFTI, consists of mainly handicraft producers. Trade is not just the exchange of goods, but it is a social interaction between people. Fair trade aims to strengthen social capital by building partnership with inclusive and democratic organizations in various fields such as education, environment, or social. And fair trade connects the local communities with its global movement to build a sustainable world. And this is realized in the fair trade town movement. Let me explain now what the fair trade town movement is. Fair trade town is a worldwide movement for the local communities to bring together civil society organizations, local government, corporations, and educational institutes, so that the fair trade is deeply rooted in the local community. It started in 2000 from a small town, Town in UK, and now spread all over the world. Today, there are 2,222 fair trade towns in 30 countries. In Japan, fair trade town movement started in 2003 by grassroots initiative. In 2011, newly established National Accreditation Organization finalized the standard of fair trade in Japan. In June 2011, city of Kumamoto was accredited as the first fair trade town in Japan, as well as in Asia. Until today, 6 fair trade towns were born in Japan. And if we look at the standard of the fair trade towns in each country, National Accreditation Body makes their own fair trade town standard, taking the model of UK as reference. Japanese Standard 4, contributing to revitalization of local community, is an original of Japan. Standard 4 of Japanese standard stipulates as shown in its slide. If I summarize it, it becomes as follows in the next slide. According to this standard, becoming fair trade town in Japan means that the town promotes fair trade and welfare of the handicapped and the other disadvantaged minorities. In other words, fair trade towns help build an inclusive society, revitalizing the social bond in the community with no one left behind. In becoming fair trade town, youth groups provided driving force to realize this goal in standard number 4. Let me introduce the example of Sapporo VO. Sapporo VO was founded in 1996 as free school for youth who are not going to formal education. They get together and find their role in society through music. From 2003, they started supporting handicraft producers in Vietnam, Thailand, Nepal, and India by introducing and selling their work, naming Smile Trade. This free school, interestingly, collects no tuition from members. That means they earn themselves from live show, various workshops, and opening mobile fair trade shop at community centers in Sapporo City's 10 wards over 200 days a year. And it provided and built a very important route to convey the message of fair trade to many Sapporo citizens. And the founder of this free school prize that this school is full of fun and smile and hopes that must feel that they are indispensable members of the community. And not only the free school students, high school students also played an important role. Let me introduce Sapporo Odori High School, Yugobu. In this high school, about 1,000 students of the age group from 15 to 62 study in 3 class times of morning, afternoon, and night. The school received 70 students from various backgrounds: China, Korea, Thailand, Philippines, Russia, Bolivia, Hungary, Indonesia, Costa Rica, over 17 countries. Yugobu is a group of students with backgrounds and played important role in school activities in and out of school. They organized themselves class for international understanding, helped multilingual announce in Sapporo Snowfall, which is internationally known, and created original study material of fair trade and SDGs. This is the board game created by Yugobu. The title is Find Out the Way to Save Mankind and the Earth. Many people from different age groups played this game, and it became a very good tool to raise awareness for SDGs and fair trade. And thanks to these powerful activities of the youth group, along with its civil society organization in various sectors, Sapporo was accredited as fair trade town on 1st June 2019 as 5th fair trade town in Japan. Let us take a brief look at how fair trade developed in Sapporo last 40 years. It started in 1980s as an alternative trade, importing organic banana from famine-affected Negros Islands in Philippines. After first fair trade shop opened in 1991, people gathered to make fair trade better known in Sapporo and Hokkaido. And university students were also inspired by the fair trade movement, and they worked hard to make their own university, Fair Trade University. And finally, on 12 October 2019, Sapporo Gakuin University and Hokusei Gakuin University were accredited as second fair trade university in Japan. As applications from both universities were received and field research were done at the same time, the accreditation were given on the same day for both universities. And following us in 2021, Aoyama Gakuin University was accredited, and Chiba University of Commerce in 2023, just 2 weeks ago. Then let me go through what the definition and what is needed to become the fair trade university. It is by the movement as fair trade town movement, but it aims to promote fair trade in university campus. In 2003, student organization of Oxford Brookes University in UK announced that they promote fair trade in campus with university authority to become trade university. And it made the first fair trade university in the world. In 2014, the standards for fair trade university in Japan was made in January. And 4 years later, in January 2018, Shizuoka University of Art and Culture was accredited as the first fair trade university in Japan. Then, second two fair trade universities were born in Sapporo. And let me take a brief look at the standard of fair trade university. The first standard is establishing the fair trade student organization and broadening its support base. Second, holding campaign and event to expand fair trade, as well as research and education conducted in and out of campus. Third, university authority purchase fair trade goods. Fourth, fair trade goods put in campus. Fifth, fair trade university charter is established by university student committee, fair trade student organization, and university authorities. These conditions were met by the activities of Hokusei Fair Trade in the last 15 years, and many events were covered by the newspapers. Well, at one time, they organized a fashion show in a big shopping center in downtown Sapporo. And they conducted a study tour to Bangladesh to meet the producers, or the study tour to Thailand to meet the producers in Thailand. In our campus, the fair trade tea is always available in campus university store. And the fair trade handicraft goods from Thailand, and also these are from Cambodia, and these are from Bangladesh, And these are all available in university store. So these kind of activities were well conducted until 2019. But as we all know, the end of year 2019 was a brief stop of the ordinary activities in the world. So it was just after the birth of two new fair trade universities when the COVID-19 pandemic paralyzed the world. We had to go through difficult times to continue fair trade activities. But it also gave us chance to try some new project as far as and whenever we can under new circumstances. One of the challenge was the first World Fair Trade University Web Symposium on 24 October 2020. During the pandemic, two fair trade universities, along with Middlesex University London, organized Web Symposium to discuss the role of fair trade university in the local community. 49 students and staff from 8 universities participated. Besides, discussion online, a poll to study consumers' attitude to ethical consumption was conducted. The data was analyzed later and outcome was published in a publication. Now I'd like to introduce the activities of the students in each university. The first, the Sapporo Gakuin University Fair Trade Circle. They have the mission statement as in this slide. And in their activities, they produced a very typical fair trade goods that is new sweet called Sapporo Dream Crystal, which is called Bliss. And in these sweets, the Fair Trade International certified materials are used as ingredients, such as organic cinnamon powder, honey, cocoa powder. And it also includes the local products, black rice and millet from Hokkaido. So Sapporo Dream Crystal does not contain sugar, animal origin ingredients, or gluten. And it is recommended to vegan, vegetarian, or people with food allergy. So Sapporo Gakuin University conducted such a special and original activities. And in Hokusei Gakuin universities, they did the other kind of work of making new handicraft goods, celebrating an award given by Hokusei Gakuin, new university goods, a bookmark with lilac. Lilac is a flower and tree of a university in Sapporo, and bamboo ballpoint pen. So these two new kinds of handicraft goods were made in cooperation with fair trade organization in Vietnam. And they were adopted as a gift from the university to donors. And Hokusei Gakuin University and Hokusei Fair Trade had another activities of collaborative class with high school. In June 2021, Jose Fair Trade conducted collaborative online class with Seasonai High School, which is situated 200 kilometers southwest from Sapporo. This class has triggered a fresh initiative for high school students to develop their own fair trade goods. After this collaborative class, 4 students in Seasonai High School organized a fair trade team in order to develop fair trade goods, which promotes local community as well as the welfare of world children in disadvantaged environment. Their activities were covered in the newspaper, and they conducted a crowdfunding to make success of this project. And finally, they made success and sold cookies using fair trade material, collaborating with welfare center in the town. And earned profit was donated to international NGO Terra Renaissance. And it is a very peculiar feature of a university that School of Economics in a university has a lecture field study class called Fair Aid as a formal curriculum. Students who enroll in this fair trade, which is 4 credits for 2 semesters, take part in field study to research the shops and organizations where fair trade goods are sold. Through this research, they acquire necessary knowledge to judge fair trade goods. It also gives opportunity for the students to learn and exercise necessary social manner. The data collected consequently provides the database for creating Sapporo Fair Trade Map. And this is the final product, Sapporo Fair Trade Map. And every year after this field research, we collect the students' comments and advice to the next year students. A student in the class of 2020 noted that it is great that our outcome overpassed the previous data. Although I have not met any student in this class, I wish to say good job and celebrate together. And this year was a very difficult year. We had to hold all classes online, and students had no chance to meet each other face to face. And class of 2021 students left a very good advice. It is important to take note during the interview, to thank for the time given with words of greeting. Remember, smile and good manner is the key of good interview. Wishing you all good luck. These good tips and advice are handed over to the next year student. And student from class of 2022 left this comment. I really felt that I took part in a project when I find a name of shop I interviewed. I noticed that fair trade is better known than I expected, but the recognition rate is still low, and we have a long way to go. I have learned a lot from what I have heard from the interview. If more people know about fair trade, it will be a chance to change our awareness to the social problems. In order to realize it, I'd like to learn more and deepen the knowledge on fair trade. Now I'd like to make the concluding remarks. In concluding my presentation, I'd like to make the remark as follows. Let us look to the future of local and global society and start building sustainable world through fair trade. Fair trade aims to create an alternative relations between producers and consumers in order to make sustainable world socially, economically, and environmentally. It contributes to all 17 goals of SDGs. Fair trade can be a familiar way for youth to know and learn building sustainable world through conscious consumption. Campaigns such as Fair Trade Town and Fair Trade University bring fair trade close to youth. Well, this is the end of my presentation. I'd like to thank everyone for paying attention and listening. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Prof. Hariyanto, for your very nice speech and also eagerness to present, sharing the interesting materials, interesting that open our mind about fair trade and also its relation with the youth, with the young people become entrepreneur, become fair trade university, something like that. Very happy to hear this kind of new approach to sustainable development goal. And I'm very happy there are 4 questions. Yeah, there are 4 questions. Oh, 5 maybe. I have collected some of them here. And let me, yeah, I have compile the first 4 questions. And first is, I have shown in my screen, why is sustainable development goals, SDGs, so often associated with protecting the environment? Do you want to answer that, or maybe I can help answer this question? Maybe it's not really related to fair trade. Yeah, it's okay.
I just say that because it is very urgent issue. So if we don't take action now, it can be a no return situation for all people on this planet. And Professor Dave, if you can add your comment, I will appreciate it, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prof. Yeah, that's the answer from Professor, and I would like to share. Okay, the first is from Nurul Huda from Binus, and the second is from Binus also. Okay. From Susana, that asks about, are there any specific criteria or requirements for becoming part of the Indonesian fair trade?
Well, thank you very much for your question. First, I have to explain that the fair trade is not the system which is joined by country or state. It is purely a civil society initiative. So to join the fair trade system, the civil society organization of trade organization. And in case of Indonesia, the producers organization is a center to join in the fair trade system. So it is not a country or state which joins in the fair trade system, but the civil society organization and the fair trade organization and producers organization. These are the unit to join in the system of fair trade. Well, did my answer satisfy questions? I wonder.
Okay. I think in order to make a fair trade, we need to have some agreement with either like you present before there are cities in Japan. I remember one is Kumamoto because I to Kyushu University. It is near Kumamoto. I think we need to have an agreement first, and then we make that we show our commitment that we want to have a fair trade in these 6 cities or other countries or other prefectures, province. I think like that, Prof.
It is right. If we talk about fair trade town system, but fair trade town system is a tool and campaign to promote the fair trade itself. So fair trade itself is a system of trading. In other words, it is a trading system, business styles, which has peculiar business styles. And fair trade town is a movement mode. This fair trade system, a unit of city, including civil organization and city authorities. Is it clear enough?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Professor. I would like to invite a student from the university also that has raised hand. I would like to call Aurelia Samela.
はい、こんにちは、教授さん。
こんにちは。
はい。まず最初に素晴らしいプレゼントのありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
ファレイトトレードの中で素晴らしいねってか、はい。まずは最初は、なんだかしら。教授は、若者である私たちが持続可能な開発の未来を変えることができることのようにしているかについて励ましの言葉をいただけますか。
はい、ありがとうございます。今、私がその言葉を皆さんにということでしょうか。
はい。俺は言っとないってるが、ジェネレーションの大会フレートトレードってから。
はい。
で書いて、エンタープレナーシップ出てくる。
はい。日本語で質問してくださってありがとう。Thank you very much for asking question in Japanese, my familiar language.
はい、ありがとうございました。
And the question is, Aurelia, you are asking me to give some message for the youth.
はい。
Okay. Well, I have a big hope for the youth in this world, especially in this age, because it is you who can change the world in order to make this planet survive, and all the people on this planet can survive in a very human way. I mean, people can lead the decent living with happiness. So fair trade is one way to realize this goal. But if you broaden your eyes, I mean, my presentation is centered on the fair trade. So if it sounds like everybody get together for the fair trade, it is not my message. The fair trade is one way to save Earth and build a sustainable future. But it is a very familiar way to address this issue. So this is my message. And I have a big hope for your generation to change this world. Well, I'd like to add a very small message from one of my students. Whatever the step which we take is small. If we continue and accumulate this, it can move the mountain. So I give this message to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prof. Hariyanto. Thank you very much, Aurelia, for asking in the very nice, and also thank you for the message, Prof. That youth is projected to move mountains if they are have some commitment to change the world. Thank you very much. And may we move to the other questions from Venus again. I would like to ask, how are consumers encouraged to support fair trade and make more ethical buying decisions?
Well, it is a very good question. And this is a question which we always think of. And that is a question we have to address in any ways. Well, you know, the fair trade movement itself is a tool for broadening the campaign of fair trade. And in order to make the fair trade town, we have to involve many people from different sectors like environment and consumer movement and also education institute. So in this way, fair trade as a sector, and by involving many people from different sectors, we can enlarge the circles of fair trade gradually in the community. And if we can enlarge this circle, the ethical consumption or fair trade goods will be gradually increased. So that is a way we are doing in our case. Well, did I answer satisfactorily to your questions?
Yes, I hope the student is satisfied. Uh, the student Gustian is right in the. Thank you, Prof. Hariyanto, for your explanation. Okay. So next is from Stella Subcito. Is small. Wait. I need to share. Yeah, share screen again. Is Smile Trade count as non-profit campaign? If it is profitable, what will be gained from Smile Trade?
Well, organization to conduct the Smile Trade, Sapporo VO itself is a non-profit organization. So the profit from Smile Trade is not a profit which can be shared by shareholders who generate other profit, which is capital. It is not the capital, but it is used to continue their activities as a non-profit organization. So, Stella, my question satisfied you?
Yes, Mr. Hariyanto, thank you so much for the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Hariyanto and Stella. I think we move to the last question from Boyke. This question is quite long. I try to make it short. We found many issues like unemployment and also big buyers or maybe rich countries not really related with really attracted with fair trade models, and smaller customer pulls with higher price and limited product choice. Meanwhile, there are so many cheaper goods imported in developing countries, and our product cannot compete. Based on the challenge above, how do we solve these issues?
Well, thank you so much for your important question. Well, as you know, the fair trade is done in a market system. For if there are not enough demands, the supply side will be in a difficult situation. So for the consumers' countries, it is a cardinal question how to expand the fair trade goods market and raise the awareness and consciousness of the consumers. So to this challenge, we are doing the activity like Fair Trade Town Movement or the Fair Trade Festa or the university or the event by university students. And we really realize that we have to inform the general consumers that these cheaper goods produced in developing countries has a very big side effect as the Rana Plaza accident occurred just 10 years ago in Bangladesh. We should and we have to think about the background and the true cost which is generated by this cheaper price. So this side of the economic system must be widely known to the consumers in the consumer side. That is my opinion. And the movie which is made after Rana Plaza accident, which is titled The True Cost, it becomes a very popular movie among the people who are concerned about this economic system. That's what I'd like to add as my comment. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Sorry, I skipped one question. I think this will be the last question. The last question from Alven Salino. How do you attract younger people from different countries and backgrounds to work together and contribute to fair trade?
Well, I'm so happy to receive this question. The question says, well, could you show the question again, please? I remember that the question relates to, oh yes, how do you attract younger people from different countries and backgrounds to work together and contribute to fair trade? I would answer that working people from different countries and background itself is a big fun. And that's why the Odori High School Yugobu had such a big and important activities. So I'd like to say that working together with the people from different backgrounds is a joy. And not only for the youth, but also for the adults like us. And actually, I enjoying in taking part in this international seminar. And I would like to say that I really felt happy, and also it is a great pleasure and speaking before you and answering questions and knowing each other through this international seminar. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Thank you very much, Prof. Hariyanto. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yeah, it's a pleasure for us to have this seminar, and thank you very much for your support, sharing these very important issues to our youth, the students from the NUNI network, nationwide university network initiative. Thank you very much in Indonesia. Thank you very much, and I think that's conclude this today's seminar webinar session, and I would like to return the session back to the committee. And yeah, thank you very much, Prof. Hariyanto again. I'm also, yeah, it's an honor for me to host your session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It is my great pleasure working with you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dave and Professor Matsu for today's wonderful webinars. I hope these webinars could provide options to gain new knowledge and information. Before we end this session, I would like to invite Dr. Surya Setiawan, SAMSE, for closing remarks for today's seminar. To Mr. Surya, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Rido. Good evening, everyone. Also, Honorable Professor Tomatsu Kayano, really thank you for your sharing today. Really love to hear your presentation. We also want to thank to Dr. Dave Manginaan from Binus University. Thank you for your assistance in this session. Okay, and for all the students who join this webinar, we really thank you for your attendance in here and your activity also from the listening to Professor Kayano's presentation until the question and answer session. We hope that this session can give the spirit to younger to protect our environment. Okay, thank you very much again for Professor Kayano, for Dr. Dave, and all of the participants. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please have a nice evening.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Surya, for the closing remarks. Okay, so now I would like to do the documentations again that will be guided by me, and please for all participants to open your cameras so we can take the documentations. And I hope for now documentations is getting more participants to open the camera. And maybe I will wait for a minute until all the participants open their camera. Okay, so for the first page, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and next page, hold your smile, 1, 2, 3. Okay, for the page, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the next page, 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay, all done. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, so as we already in the end of the webinar, I would like to remind all participants to fill the exit ticket from our committee as a record of presence and evaluation. The link will be shown in your screen and in the room chat. Okay, so the exit ticket is already appear in the room chat. So please, for all participants to fill the form. And now this event has come to its end. Thank you for all participants for gracing our meeting with your presence, and we really appreciate it. And I hope that all of you get new information that you need. I'm Rido Fadila signing off. See you later.